Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome back to Mindful Metta, your go-to channel for wisdom and well-being. Today we're taking an enlightening journey into the heart of Buddhism with a deep dive into the Four Noble Truths, Chaturarya Satya. These truths are the cornerstone of Buddhist teachings. If you look at the Lord Buddha's Sri Sadharma with wisdom, you will see that two things are central to it. The first principle is the Four Noble Truths, known as Chaturarya Satya. It introduces the existing problem of suffering and gives solutions to it. Secondly, the basic principle is the Noble Eightfold Path. It clearly shows the path to be followed to see the end of suffering or nirvana. The Noble Eightfold Path. You must be able to see the truth with an understanding of the 8 elements and the harmony of its parts. It will be a new experience to see with understanding. They are the Buddha's profound understanding of the nature of existence and the path to liberation from suffering. The Four Noble Truths are dukkha, which translates to suffering or dissatisfaction; samudaya, the origin of this suffering; nirodha, the cessation of suffering; and magga, the path leading to the end of suffering. Each of these truths offers a unique perspective on life's challenges and the ways we can navigate them for a more peaceful and enlightened existence. So let's embark on this journey together, exploring the essence of life and the path to liberation. Buckle up as we explore the essence of life and the path to liberation. Our journey begins with the first of the Four Noble Truths, dukkha. This term, often simply translated as suffering, carries a depth of meaning that extends beyond mere physical or emotional pain. It points to a fundamental unsatisfactoriness running through our lives, a subtle undercurrent of unease that we often overlook. Dukkha encompasses everything from the minor annoyances of daily life to the deep existential discomfort we might feel when confronted with life's impermanence and unpredictability. This recognition of dukkha is not intended to foster pessimism, but rather to illuminate reality as it is. It's about acknowledging the intrinsic instability of our experiences, the fact that all things are subject to change and decay. It's a call to look beyond the surface and see the transient nature of all phenomena. From the little frustrations to profound grief, dukkha is an integral part of the human experience. Now, let's delve into the second truth, samudaya, the origin of suffering. When we talk about samudaya, we're talking about the root, the genesis of our suffering. And what is that, you ask? It's craving, or as the Buddhists call it, tanha. This is the clinging, the grasping, the unrelenting desire that fuels our dissatisfaction. It might be a craving for material possessions, a yearning for relationships, or even an attachment to our very own identities. But here's the catch. These desires and attachments are like quicksand. The more we struggle, the deeper we sink into the pit of suffering. So, how do we break free? The answer lies in understanding. Understanding that these cravings are transient, that they are not the essence of our being. Understanding samudaya is crucial for breaking free from the chains that bind us to suffering. Moving on to the third truth, nirodha, the cessation of suffering. This concept is a beacon of hope in the stormy sea of life's challenges. Nirodha illuminates the possibility that suffering, while a part of our existence, is not a life sentence. It can end. The cessation of suffering doesn't mean the elimination of all pain and hardship. It refers to the cessation of the mental anguish we experience due to our attachments and cravings. It's about learning to navigate the waves of life without being drowned by them. This leads us to the concept of nirvana. Often misunderstood, nirvana is not a place, but a state of being. It's liberation from the cycle of birth, death, and rebirth. It's the ultimate freedom from suffering. Nirodha is the promise that this state is attainable, that we can reach a place of peace and liberation. Nirodha invites us to explore a path that leads to the end of suffering. Now, let's talk about the fourth truth, magga, the path leading to the cessation of suffering. Magga, often referred to as the middle way, is the Buddha's practical guide to liberation from suffering. It's not about indulgence or severe asceticism. Instead, it's about balance and understanding the interconnectedness of life. This middle way is further divided into 8 steps or practices, commonly known as the Eightfold Path. These steps are not linear but rather interrelated aspects of a holistic approach to ethical and mindful living. They are right view, right intention, right speech, right action, right livelihood, right effort, right mindfulness, and right concentration. Each of these steps represents a specific area of life where we can apply mindfulness and ethical conduct. The ultimate goal is to cultivate wisdom, ethical conduct, and mental discipline. This path is accessible to all, and it's our journey towards liberation and the cessation of suffering. Practicing these principles cultivates wisdom, ethical conduct, and mental discipline. Let's delve deeper into each aspect of the Eightfold Path. It starts with right view, which is understanding the nature of reality, including the truths of suffering and impermanence. The second step, right intention, involves cultivating wholesome and compassionate intentions towards ourselves and others. Third, we have right speech, which requires speaking truthfully, kindly, and purposefully. The fourth aspect, right action, encourages ethical and non-harmful actions. Fifth, right livelihood, asks us to choose a livelihood that aligns with ethical principles. The sixth step, right effort, is about cultivating positive qualities while overcoming negative ones. Then we move towards right mindfulness, the seventh step, which is about being fully present and aware in every moment. Lastly, we have right concentration. This involves developing deep concentration through practices like meditation, which helps us maintain a focused mind. Developing deep concentration and focused meditation are the last steps in the Eightfold Path. Now that we've explored the Four Noble Truths and the Eightfold Path, let's discuss how we can incorporate these teachings into our daily lives. It's about mindful living, being fully present in each moment. When we eat, we savor each bite. When we speak, we choose our words with kindness and purpose. It's about meditation, silencing the mind to see the nature of reality. It's about compassionate action, extending love and understanding to all beings. These teachings are not just philosophical concepts, but practical tools for navigating life's ups and downs. They invite us to reflect on our desires, our actions, and our journey towards inner peace. So take a moment each day to reflect on these truths. Apply them to your experiences. See how they resonate. Until next time, please subscribe and press bell icon to see more videos. May Dharma bless you. May you find peace on your journey.